Student pilots have been working in the simulators for a few weeks, fine-tuning their skills, all in preparation to get their hands on the real thing. The first plane that the student pilots learn to fly is the T-6 Texan II. It's a two-seater plane for a student pilot and an instructor. The T-6 is powered by a Pratt & Whitney turboprop engine that generates 1,100 shaft horsepower. The four-blade, 97-inch propellers are directly mounted to the shaft. In fact, the engine actually sits in the plane backwards to make this happen. In all, the 33-foot, 4-inch aircraft weighs 6,300 pounds and can cruise at speeds of 320 miles per hour with a range of 1,000 miles. And if you happen to see a plane that has a different paint scheme, those are heritage planes, and they honor past squadrons and other historic eras. Student pilots move from working with one instructor in sims to another in the plane. These lead instructors are called flight commanders, and they stay busy.
Day to day, we'll have all the students show at a specific time. This morning we had them all here by 6:10, and we'll have them all go through a formal brief, meaning they'll get up there, brief the weather, brief whatever our emergency procedure or general knowledge is for the day. Then from there we'll kind of all split and start briefing up individual flights for the day. While the students will go and do sims or that flight itself. So typically, as a flight commander, I'm still trying to fly twice a day if I can. So I'll go brief the student about 35 minutes prior to taking off. We'll go take off, do the sortie for about an hour and a half, come back, debrief, do a grade sheet, repeat the whole entire thing again with another student. And then by the end of the day, we'll get kind of all the students back in here just to go over lessons learned for the day.
Now that the flight commander has briefed the student pilot, it's time to hit the flight line. This is a critical piece of the training, as the student pilots now go through pre-flight checks for the first time on the actual plane, making sure that everything is a go for the flight. A routine walk around the aircraft proves good, and the pilots can now enter the plane. Ground crews arrive and ready the student pilot for their taxi to the runway. And just like that, the student pilots have now taken their first flight. Once back on the ground, the student pilots can reflect on exactly what they just accomplished.
Like finally getting into the real deal and finally getting hands-on, some real action, like getting the stuff done we're actually here for.
But once the excitement calms, the student pilots can realize the differences in the simulators and the actual plane.
I think it's normal to make a lot of mistakes on the first flight. I was just kind of surprised on how different it actually is to the simulator, because you have all the noise, all the things happening around you, and in the simulator you're kind of in a more isolated and pretty more like relaxed environment. In the real deal is obviously a lot different.
But even after recognizing that he has room to grow, the student pilot can still bask in his first time behind the stick.
It was kind of the first time I took a look around and actually figured, okay, wait a second, I'm not only flying this aircraft, but I'm actually like flying over Texas right now, having, or in that case Oklahoma by that point already, and just enjoying the view for like 3 seconds until I had to do the next thing, you know. Super cool. We did a lot of aerobatics. I got insights into many maneuvers, many stall maneuvers, did a loop, did a split S, like basically all I could ask for in a dollar ride.
A dollar ride? Did he say a dollar ride? Yes, he did. It's a tradition in the Air Force that has roots dating back more than 100 years.
The history kind of dates back to like 1900s Bush pilots. Just when airplanes were new and exciting, people would go up, pay the Bush pilot $1, and then pretend as if they were flying the aircraft. Now the students are paying us $1. Hey, thanks for the flight. Here's your $1 for getting to go on that flight. Hopefully it was $1 well spent for the students. I think it is well worth it. A lot of them, we go up in the air and they are just laughing because of how new and exciting it is. To me, it's the best $1 you'll ever spend in your life.
Now that the student pilots have taken to the skies, the next step is flying solo. We'll be in the cockpit with them and on stage for student stand-ups. That's next time on Wings of Alliance.